So I got asked this question the other day. How have you been able to have the amount of success that you've had while still working a 9 to 5? And let me tell you, it does come with a lot of stress, a lot of work, and a lot of baggage. But it is possible. I am speaking from experience because I still have a job. Now, how do I do it? How do I start my business, run my business, and still trade while maintaining a job? Short answer is journaling. Now, I have 3 separate journals that I do. This journal right here with the green one, this basically tells me everything that I've done pretty much from the beginning for the first 5 years. Basically, it just go down with you. It's just been telling you, learn how to trade stocks. You know, that's one thing I did on my journey, is learn how to make extra income for myself. Now, it started just as just basic extra income, but then I started to get really serious, and I started to realize that I could actually make more than my actual job. So I started doing that, then I started investing, and I started investing long term. So now all of my profits that I made from stocks, because I'm 40 and retirement's around the corner for me, I take all my profits and winnings and I directly send them to my long-term investment for my retirement. You know, I started getting an LLC, started to do the whole, basically plans of what I want to do, get into real estate, rent my townhouse, retirement, the goals that I want to set for myself and everything like that. Everything that I've done and my plans to move forward is all right here in this journal. Second journal I have is on this blue one. This journal right here is pretty much tells me when I decided to start trading. I was taking classes, I was going out to Tyson's to learn how to trade, actually sitting in front of the class after work on weekends and everything else like that to actually learn how to trade. So yes, it is good to invest in yourself. So the profits that I would make from trading, the little that I did at the time, I would use that to pay for the classes to teach me how to trade. So that way I learn, strategies and things like that. Then I also ended up going to Team Bull and things like that. And shout out to Jay Dunn and everybody else who taught me how to trade. And I'm eventually on my journey. And these are all my notes that I've had in class. Trading plans. Don't risk more than 5%, 10%, things like that. This is how I did it, just by studying on my journal. And every single time that I'm struggling on not have like a downward spiral on trading, I'll always go back to this journal and be like, where did I go wrong? How can I fix myself? How can I educate myself? How can I do my trading? How can I fix this and how can I fix that? And never forgetting the long-term goal of the journey, right? Then there's the trading journal. You write down in your journal all your trades, everything that you've done and everything else like that, and keep track of back test all your strategies and keep track of all your trades and move forward from there. I mean, I have a bunch of journals that I trade. Then there's also the big calendar. This is, my wife bought me this one, so don't make fun of her. But yeah, so this is a calendar that I keep on a schedule, that every single time that I'm doing something, whether I'm going to the Lake Anna property, if you know, or I'm doing things, scheduling clients on my business, on helping them how to trade on their trading journey, running my website that I have, and then also still going to work. I also pertain to a church that I go to classes. I because I'm very strong in the ministry. I don't preach the word. I would like to one day. Hopefully the Lord blesses me with that. But I do go to class and Bible study and prayer and all this stuff that I do, pertaining with the brothers in the meetings that I have with the property and things that I go on back and forth. Because my dad is a pastor, and it's tough. Sometimes it gets a little hectic. I'm not gonna lie, but it is doable and it is manageable. All if you put the Lord in front of everything first. Okay. First and foremost, you gotta put the Lord in everything you do. Starts with the Lord, ends with the Lord, and that's just it. And I have a drawer just full of just journals of things that I do. I even have this little journal right here that, I actually take down my notes sometimes when I'm just in a rush and plans and executions of what we're gonna do for the next project that we have going on the property. So all in total, I have about 4 journals that I keep to myself on what I want to do as far as business, life goals, where I want to be, execution, entries and executions, not just in trading, but also in life. You have to realize that you have to have a goal and how to get there. What is the first step? Money. Okay, how do I get it? Whether it be through a job or a skill or a business or anything. Okay, now that you have the money, what's the next step? How do you keep the money that you make? Learn that way, learn that trick, whether it's long-term investments, how everything like that. I also made another video, Path to a Millionaire. So if you guys keep in mind and keep the goal in mind by writing everything down on what you have to do by prioritizing everything, you'll reach your goal. So with that, I hope this helps you because it has helped me a lot. And I'm not gonna lie, the amount of effort it takes and discipline and consistency it takes to keep this going, it does require a lot. So if you're ready for the fight, man, get into it, you know. But other than that, you know, I hope this video helps, and I hope you help you out with your journey. Have a good one, guys. God bless.